Brexit, the conflict and the negotiation issues. On January 1st, 2021, the UK will no longer be part of the European Union's single market, a market without customs, borders, duties, and quotas that are unpleasant for business. The main thing that the negotiation delegations have been fruitlessly arguing about since the beginning of the year is the level playing field, meaning equal conditions for business and trade. The EU does not want the UK to subsidize certain sectors of its economy to gain a competitive advantage. BATNA allows negotiators to build the argument, think broader, and understand that a certain option is not the only one. Norway Plus is often cited as one of the alternatives to Brexit. Great Britain was one of the first EFTA members, but it left in 1973. A return to the bloc would allow the United Kingdom to maintain its closest ties with the EU, but without full membership. This will partially resolve the controversial issue of the border with Northern Ireland. The status quo will remain until an acceptable solution is found. In the conditions of Norway Plus, the United Kingdom will have to accept the principle of free movement of people within the EEA. Recall that London did not like this principle in the EU either. Also, senior Norwegian politicians said that they would not welcome the UK's return to EFTA. The new status will also require the UK to pay financial contributions. The parties involved in the Brexit negotiations are the EU member states and the UK government. In negotiations with the UK, the debate is about a trade agreement that should enter into force from 2021. By January 1st, 2021, the UK will leave the common internal EU market and leave the joint customs union. Failure to agree raises the threat of tax duties and significant trade barriers. Despite tremendous economic pressure, the UK government is often cited to be continually flirting with the option of leaving the EU without a deal. Since the beginning of the referendum campaign on EU membership, part of British politics has been immersed in the illusion that Britain could leave the EU without painful concessions. The UK is a major economy and hegemonic European power with excellent negotiating capabilities and a wealth of experience in providing multiple exits from the European integration process. Despite this, Britain is the weakest player in its negotiations with the EU. The reason for this is that, as a member of the Union, the UK used to enjoy a strong bargaining power from within the EU's institution. Once the withdrawal process began, the bargaining power became asymmetrical, working in favor of the EU. The European Commission (EC) recently accused the UK of violating obligations under the Brexit Agreement. Brexit agreement between the EU and the UK entered into force on February 1, 2020. It's art. 5 provides for the obligation of both countries to take all necessary measures to ensure the fulfillment of the obligations arising from the document. The EC was criticized by the UK's government's draft law on the internal market, which on September 29 received the approval of the House of Commons of the British Parliament. It gives the government of the country the right to independently establish the rules related to the movement of goods from Northern Ireland to the rest of the UK, as well as the rules for providing government assistance to businesses. Conditions put forward by the European Union to Great Britain were unacceptable. EU believes that after leaving the EU, the UK will receive an advantage over the rest of the EU member states, retaining free access to the EU internal market but not obeying European regulators. The Irish question. Northern Ireland, which is part of Britain, is strongly opposed to leaving the EU without an agreement, as this would mean the end of the transparent border due to the need for checks. Britain is currently quite dependent on Europe for food supplies. A sharp break in relations is fraught with a collapse in the sphere of consumption. Using Riffa's theory, EU and UK must consider the following elements: the problem, the objective, the alternatives, the consequences, the cost benefit, the uncertainty, the risk tolerance, and the decisions that are linked. Third-party interventions. Currently, there's no third-party interventions. However, with Joe Biden's win, there will be immediate impact on the Brexit talks in London. The situation is expected to improve for the Europeans. Cultural differences. Cultural factors has influenced the UK's hard bargaining strategy, including the country's weak socialization into the EU. Majoritarian institutional culture, overstating its perception of its capabilities, the prevailing conservative political ideologies, and the preference of the diplomatic strategies of divide and rule. If the UK accepts the deal, it means that if EU adopts a new law in the future, which Britain will not comply with, they will automatically receive the right to punish the UK. Accepting the deal would also mean that the European Union guarantees if its fishery in UK waters and establishes its own rules and standards for production, labor relations, and the environment. The worst case that may occur in the non-deal Brexit includes serious luggage freight, shortage of food and medicine, and public disorder.